No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And we're in here today with one of the best doing it on the microphone these days.
Yeah.
Peezy in the building.
What's up, Adam?
I'm excited, man.
What's going on, brother?
I feel like there's a very, very important story that needs to be told here.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you haven't done like a super in-depth interview, have you?
No, not for real.
I watched the Gillian Wallow shit. That was cool. You guys had a vibe going, but it wasn't like the full story.
Yeah. I ain't really get a chance to tell my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because to me right now, like there every once in a blue moon there comes a moment where I get to interview somebody who's actually the rapper that I'm listening to the most in my life at that time. I think I might have told I Swear Vezo that when I interviewed him, and I was being accurate. At this moment in my life, Peezy's definitely the soundtrack to my life.
I definitely appreciate it, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that really like endeared me to you early on was when I was doing that Rio interview, and he just kind of told me about how much you put him on game, and that like mental image of you sort of teaching him how to be a rapper and how to make money for himself was very, very inspirational. I think about that a lot.
Yeah. Not to cut you off too. Hey, let me get them headphones.
That's my kind of rapper, man. Usually they never want to wear the fucking headphones. You think it'll help you get in the zone though?
No, I just hear shit and I can't really hear you.
Had to do a quick headphone upgrade right there. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that just, when I heard that story about you just kind of driving around with Rio and putting him on game and teaching him how to make money out of his rapping, that just was like very cool to me. Like that kind of thing is what we need more of.
Yeah, it was just like, he ain't had no Instagram or nothing, so when I picked him up and did it, I was just really just showing him, like, you know, this is what I'm doing, and you could be bigger than me.
You felt like that when you met him?
Hell yeah.
What was it about it that you felt like he had that you didn't have?
He was saying shit that a lot of, he was like fearless with the type of shit he'd say. It just like got my attention. Like, I listen to music, so I really ain't hear no shit like that since like Eminem or something, you know what I'm saying? Then I heard him just saying all type of crazy shit, and it was just funny as hell.
Right. And
I'm like, this could be something for real.
But I mean, that's kind of like a part of a long Detroit history, don't you think? That like, that's always been what you kind of known Detroit for, is like rappers saying the craziest shit, the most extreme shit, the most memorable shit. Like that's just kind of always been something that the city sort of hung its hat on, I think.
Yeah, but like more kind of like more known as like hustlers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus more people that say crazy shit, because we like known for like gators and fur coats and Cartiers and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like crazy shit, when I hear crazy shit, like crazy, I think about like rappers like Bizarre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eminem or Royce the 5'9" or shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't heard no shit like that till I heard Rio.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he push you in the direction of wanting to be a little bit funnier, a little bit more extreme with the shit that you rap?
No, cause to be real, before I went to jail, we ain't even had a lot of music together. We probably had like 7, 8 songs together, but Rio like really took off when I went to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
think a lot of your fan base was like, all right, we're fucking with this dude now?
No, it was already fucking with him. Like it was picking up before I went. Right. But like after I went, he just took off like wildfire. I don't know what it was though. It probably was just his work ethic, because he a fucking machine. He'll never stop working.
Crazy work ethic.
Yeah.
He said he did like, I did 30 features in one day, and I charged one guy $5,000 and I charged one guy $500.
Facts though. If it's 60,000 in the room, you gonna get all of it.
Right. Yeah. You figure out a way, one way or another. All right. So let's do the childhood conversation. Where exactly did you grow up, and what was it like?
Well, I grew up on 6 Mile and Cedar Grove. It's in Detroit.
Okay.
Right on the east side. Shit was like regular. You know what I'm saying? Same shit that go on in everybody else's neighborhood: drug dealing, killing, robbing, shit, love. Right. You know what I'm saying? Regular shit.
Did it strike you as crazy while you were growing up though?
Yeah, I was affected because I was born like in the drug era.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Because you're a little bit older than a lot of the guys you rap with.
I was born in '88. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was born and raised in the drug era, on the drug block. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my childhood was like probably affected different.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people are affected by like communities that are kind of ravaged by drugs, but you were right there as it was all happening.
Yeah, because my whole family from one street. You know what I'm saying? Everybody drug dealers, so it was like natural, like seeing natural. It was natural.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the culture of Detroit like, though? From your perspective, was there a lot of music and like togetherness going on in that area as well?
I can't really say, because at one point in time I wasn't even really listening to music. Like I was just a kid at one point in time, just watching wrestling and all this shit at one point, and then growing up, just getting older, I ain't really started listening to music till I got in high school, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But were you in the streets from a young age, or you tried to avoid it?
Yeah.
And was it just inevitable that was going to happen?
It was just because we ain't had like I ain't gonna say we ain't had parents, because we had parents, but we was like kind of having our way. Like it wasn't strict as it should have been, so we got to like see a lot more than regular kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Damn. So okay, you get to high school, and that's when you kind of start connecting with music more.
Yeah, basically.
What was the shit
like
you were
that.
listening to?
Well, I'm gonna say middle school, like 7th, 8th grade, going into high school.
Right.
I was listening to Jay-Z and Fabulous and DMX and shit, because I was brought up like, when I came up, it was like Rockefeller, Rough Riders and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money and shit like that. So that's what I was brought up on.
Less local Detroit stuff and more just like
There weren't really a lot of Detroit rappers, but these Street Lords and Cheddar Boys, you know, Rock Bottom and shit like that, Mae West. And so
you'd really have to be like digging to.
yeah, you got to be like older. But we listened to them, but it wasn't like, I didn't grow up on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Were you
I got on it in high school.
Were you listening to Jay-Z and thinking like, oh fuck, he's telling the story of the bosses on my block?
No, hell no, because when I just liked the music. Like when I was young, when I was listening to that shit, I didn't know what he was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It took a long time before I realized that they weren't all just talking about cooking.
Yeah, I had to like really get older and like see life a little bit to understand a lot of music I used to listen to back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But you finished high school?
Nah.
Okay. Why not?
High school was whack as fuck to me, and I was poor as shit, so I just stopped going.
Really? Just stopped going in what, like 10th grade?
Nope, 11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Okay. But did you enjoy it from like a social aspect?
It was fun. I went every day.
It?
Like it was fun up until like it was time to like graduate, and I knew like, all right, damn, I've been bullshitting. I ain't really finna graduate.
Right.
I just stopped going. Like, fuck it, I'm out this bitch.
If you had asked you at that time what you were doing with your life, what would you have said?
I probably thought I was gonna die in the street back then.
Really? You didn't have a vision for how this could work out?
Fuck no. I never seen myself with like more than 10,000 or having a car or some shit like that, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you not see other people accomplishing that? Or like were you seeing people who were successful? Did you have any kind of inspiration in that regard?
I mean, how can I say it? All right. My mama's side of the family, all drug dealers. My daddy's side of the family, all working people. So when I moved out the house with my mama, I went over there with my daddy, and none of that shit going on over there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's where I was going to high school at. So when I dropped out of high school, I went back over there with my mama and them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so, well, like, which side appealed to you more?
My mama's side.
Right.
Yeah.
It just seemed more fun.
That's what was going on.
The money's a lot faster.
Yeah. I mean, it was like appealing to the eye as a kid. You seeing like, you know, girls and cars and shit like that. A lot of money and drugs and junkies and shit. That shit is like kids. I like this. I used to like to see that type of shit.
Right. Of course.
I used to live in crack houses and shit. Like it was like regular to me.
Yeah, go crazy. Damn, you lived in crack houses?
Hell yeah.
Just because you were homeless at the time and you had to figure.
I wasn't homeless. It's just like my family was on drugs and shit. You know? Cooking dope in the house, smoking dope in the basement. You know how that shit go.
Right. Do you remember realizing like, fuck, some of these people are really fucked up, and like I don't want to be the kind of person who's doing these drugs and shit?
I knew as a kid I ain't want to be like them, but that's I love them to death though, because that's my family. Right. I don't look at them like nothing less. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I ain't want to be like them. They ain't had no money. You know what I'm saying?
But did you always know that did you feel from a young age like you were meant for greatness, or that there was something for you out there better than your local surroundings?
I always knew like I was special, because everything I always thought in my mind, or it always came Like I knew I was gonna get shot, and I knew I was going to jail way before it happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Just had a feeling.
I just knew. So when it happened, I was just like preparing myself. Like, I hope this shit don't hurt as bad as it like they make it seem. And I hope jail. And I hope I don't get a long time. I knew I was going to jail. I knew I was gonna get shot.
What? Okay. So when did you get shot? Like,
So I knew I was a special kid because I be knowing shit before it happened.
right.
Yeah.
When did you get shot? That was like soon after you got out of high school or whatever.
Probably like 2014 or something like that.
Oh, so not that long ago.
Yeah, 2018.
So what about this whole after you leave your, like, what are you doing throughout your 20s? Basically, I guess is the question.
Just trying to survive, just like, nickel and diamond. And then, shit picked up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you rapping all along?
Not all along. I started rapping until probably like 2007, but I ain't get serious until probably like 2015, 16.
Okay. And you were just rapping on the block, or were you actually going to the
No,
studio?
I was doing shows and all that shit, but I was still hustling though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So after I caught my Fed case, I took rap completely serious. That's when I stopped doing everything.
Wow. What? When did you catch the Fed case?
In 2016, at the end of 2016.
So that the most recent time when you were locked up, that was the Fed situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a little run rapping locally. Like who were you rapping?
I always been a nigga in the city.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You had that reputation.
Before rap, like we was niggas in the city. Before rap, you got to think we come from block where it was a lot of hustling. At
Right.
you gonna always be the nigga when your family getting some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Because when we think about Detroit, it's not like would you consider it gang oriented? It's more like neighborhood oriented.
That gang shit is new. We were from neighborhoods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't affiliate or consider yourself part of like anybody else besides just the people you grew up around, sort of?
No, just my family and my block.
Right.
That's it. I
Interesting.
never was like no, like a blood or a crip or nothing.
Right. But so was the music, like, did you give up on it at a certain point, or was it just kind of like ups and downs? You just didn't really see a reason to get real serious with it?
I just wasn't making as much money as I was making doing other things. So it was like, it was something fun to do. I was doing it because I loved to do it. It wasn't for the money.
Right.
Because I was making money doing other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so where was your music career at, like, before you went in for the Fed case?
I ain't gonna lie. I was bigger. My image was bigger than what I was getting paid before I went to jail, because I probably wasn't getting shit like 7,500 or so. Probably like 5,000-6,000 a verse with the video, some shit like that.
Right. Right. I mean, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool, but I mean, it's cool for a nigga who just started rapping, but not for no nigga like me.
Well, maybe not.
But
now,
it was cool because I was good with money, so you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was cool. It was cool.
If you can get $5,000 for a verse, then you're basically in like the top 1% of rappers for the most part, I would say.
Let me say this too. I'm hella grateful and thankful. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like, I was hella appreciative at that time. You know what I'm saying? But looking back, like, it was peanuts to me now. And so when I started, I wasn't really making no money before I went to jail. But I was a bigger artist, but I wasn't really getting paid a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were working on like a independent local level too, and especially at that time, the Detroit scene hadn't like popped off, right?
Because I was moving and grooving. I just wasn't really. They just weren't paying me like, you know what I'm saying? They weren't fucking with me like that. I was getting more money like doing features and shit, because I was doing a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't really getting a lot of money for shows and shit like that.
Right.
But it was adding up because I was doing so many of them.
Right. Yeah. When you think about the feature thing, is that a risk for your career? You know, like, do you feel like you're running the risk of sort of watering yourself down when you go do a song with a whack artist?
Now I do. I think about it like that now, because now that I don't really need the money.
Now you have the luxury of not doing that shit.
Yeah. I just pick and choose like who I want to work with.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, because I mean, we've seen a lot of artists over the years who, you know, they might have done their image a little bit of damage by just doing a fucking feature with everybody under the sun.
Because you don't even be knowing who you be doing songs with.
Yeah, and that could get messy real quick.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta It ain't always about the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to accept money from the wrong type of person.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing to figure out, I think, early in your rap career is how do you figure out what are the opportunities that you should take and what are the opportunities you should turn down because of the long-term brand that you're building, you know?
That's more what I'm on.
Right.
Yeah. So
Same
I don't
here.
really like doing features no more like that.
I feel like it's a big fucking power up when somebody offers me a bunch of money and I just say no. I'm just like not interested.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not even gonna think about this unless you offer me 10 times as much.
I be doing this shit all the time though. Like
Yeah.
I turn down a lot of shit.
But that's like we're playing Street Fighter and my fucking supercharged move bar is powering up.
Yeah.
I don't know what it leads to at the end.
It
but
make you feel good to turn down a big like fuck that shit. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you got to stand on business though. It don't be about the money. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on what you stand on.
I turned down a strip club booking the other day so I could get a good night's sleep and I felt pretty good about that too. I'm like, I don't gotta do that shit.
I would have went for about an hour or two.
It was at 2 a.m. I'm just like, fuck that. I got a 1-year-old.
Yeah, I would have went.
I know. I felt like kind of a buster.
It's like,
but
no, I don't be going out no more like that.
Really?
Hell no.
Was that you for a long time? You'd be spending all your money in the strip club and shit?
Hell yeah, I came home spending a shitload of money in clubs. Hell yeah, so nah, I don't even go out like that no more.
Right. Okay, why'd you get shot? What happened?
I don't know, wrong place, wrong time, I think.
Right. Weren't you like posted in the car or something? I feel like I have it written down here. You were in a car. You fell asleep in the car? Was that it?
Nah, hell no, I ain't fall asleep in no car and get shot.
That might have been
I was just at the gas station. I guess I went to the wrong gas station. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
At that time, did you even know you had problems with people like that?
I don't have no problems with nobody.
Respect. Okay, so then what was the Fed case over?
I supposed to be alleged gang member. Let the lyrics tell it. You know what I'm saying?
They tried to use that against you?
They did use it against me.
Right.
That's how I got convicted.
It was
I ended up doing 2 years due to my rap lyrics and music videos.
Any specific bars?
No, it's like 2 Pacific videos though, 2 Pacific songs. One called Young Nigga World, Young Nigga Way, and another one called Before Rap. They used both of them in my indictment.
What was in the video that was problematic?
All my co-defendants, guns and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Were they able
young
to
nigga shit.
match the guns from the video to other things?
Nah, it wasn't like that. What it was when we got indicted, well, I got superseded, so when they indicted them, they went back and looked at the videos and shit and just came back and got me.
Damn.
Because I'm the biggest nigga from over there, so they thinking that if they pick me up, it'll be a weakness because I got the most to lose. You know what I'm saying? But the guidelines say I ain't gonna have really no time to do in jail, so I just went on and did my shit.
Right. So what was the actual charge that they got you with? Just being
Conspiracy to racketeering, conspiracy, whatever. Yeah.
And only 2 years though. That sounds like pretty light.
18 months.
Okay.
Because I ain't had no criminal history. That's why I said the guidelines.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck. So what
It sounded scary, but in reality, like once you got in the knit of shit, I really wasn't looking at shit.
the most depressing part about this must have been that you had been grinding for all these years, and like around the time you went in is when Detroit's music scene starts like to really pop off, right?
Which was cool. Like I feel like it was the best time to go for me. You feel me?
Why is that? You couldn't take advantage of the opportunities that were in front of you right then,
I
right?
was burnt out already. You got to think I've been popular like 12 years in the city.
Right.
Never like not been like I never not got booked. I never not been popping. Like you know how some niggas fall back, take a break, and got to get hot again.
Yeah.
I never had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? So it was time for me to just go sit back, learn some new. Because if I would have never went to jail, I wouldn't have never got my mind right. Like I stopped. Like when I got in the hole, like when I went to prison and went in the hole, like I picked up some new habits. Like started back reading, started back writing again. Because I hadn't really like used a pen or a pencil since I've been in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just like I didn't even know how to write a letter when I went in that bitch.
You were having a hard time remembering how to write letters.
My handwriting was just terrible. I was embarrassed to send a letter home because my handwriting was so fucked up.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I just got better, just picked up reading habits, like, you know what I'm saying? Just and got focused in prison. Learning niggas, like, you know, just cause you so close, there's nothing you can't go nowhere. You gotta be on point every single day, all day. And it teach you like so much discipline and patience. And I just applied that shit. Like I wouldn't have never learned that shit if I ain't go to jail.
Right. Did you need to be humbled to a certain extent?
I was already humble. I'm already humble. That's why I'm blessed. I just knew I needed to go to prison because that was the only part I was missing. You know what I'm saying? Now I can really say I seen everything. Been in jail, been in this shit, been shot, we done did dirt, been in jail. You feel me? A lot of niggas never been to prison.
What was the thing that surprised you the most about prison? You've been hearing about it for all these years, and then you're finally there.
It was like, I mean, it wasn't nothing really surprising because whoever you is on the street, that's who you gonna be in prison. You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, that shit was like a cakewalk for me. Only thing, it was like during holidays and shit when you miss your kids and birthdays and families and shit. Other than that, like it was cool. Like I ain't gonna say like I had a good time in jail, but like jail wasn't bad.
All things considered.
Yeah.
You went in there with a lot of respect too. Probably everybody fucking with the music and shit.
Yeah, a lot of niggas knew me from music, but a lot of niggas didn't know me from music. Cause you got to think you locked up with people from all over the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So some people might know you and some people might not.
But you're locked up in Michigan?
I was locked up in Ohio.
Oh,
that rapper shit don't mean nothing in prison. You got to be a G. You got to be on man time in jail. Like you could be a rapper, but what the fuck do that supposed to mean?
Right.
It's murderers in this bitch. Like that rapping shit don't mean nothing. You rap, but I kill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be on man time in prison. I'm on man time.
Damn. Did you run into any crazy situations? Anybody try to test you in there?
I had one altercation in jail where a nigga stole a cell phone from me.
Ooh.
Yeah, we beat his ass half to death, and nobody never stole nothing from me again.
How long you had a phone like the whole time you were in there?
I mean, I had phones the whole time I was in jail.
Right. It's not that hard.
That's
to pull
how
that
I
off?
did it. No, it's hard to pull it off, but I pulled it off.
Damn.
Like when you got a few dollars, you can maneuver shit.
Right. I mean, that must just be the greatest relief ever.
Nah, it make your time go slow.
Really?
Yeah, because you get to see everything going on out here. When you in jail, the last thing you want to know is what's going on in the outside world.
Everybody at parties, clubs, having a good old time, girls. Ugh, all that shit just must be like torture. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that shit made the time go slow, but it was like, that was the bid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I was doing my bid, so it was the phone.
So you started writing a lot more lyrics and shit? Like,
I wrote some music in jail.
Right.
I wrote like 40 raps in there.
Okay.
But I wasn't really thinking about writing in jail because I didn't write on the street. I ain't started writing until I went to the hole.
Really?
Because it wasn't nothing to do.
Why'd you go to the hole?
I got caught with the cell phone.
Oh. After you beat this dude's ass for it?
No, that was another phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, so they put you in there for what, like a month or some shit when they get caught with the phone?
3 months.
3 months for the phone?
Yeah.
Jesus.
90, well, it was, I got, when I went to the hole, they investigated me for 30 days. Then they sentenced me to 30 days. Then I had to quarantine for 30 days.
Oh my God. What? It's like quarantine. You're not even around anybody. What do you?
It was COVID. Like, when I went to the hole, COVID had first popped off, which was like a blessing. Like, cause I never caught COVID. Like, I went to the hole when everybody caught COVID in jail.
Oh, really?
I was in the hole. I
Wow.
never caught it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's looking at the bright side.
So when I, like, during the whole pandemic, that whole shit that was going on, I was in the hole, so I never seen it. Like, when the world changed, like, what everybody seen, I ain't see it.
It was a wild couple months there.
I ain't see none of it. Like, I never seen it because I was in jail. I ain't see none of that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading newspapers and shit and seeing shit, but I had never seen, like, a real nothing of the pandemic.
Did it really start kind of driving you crazy because you're seeing a lot of your friends blowing up and, like, the music is just getting more and more popular while you're in there?
It was fucking me up, like, because before I went to the hole, like, all right, niggas was doing their shit, but when I came out from the hole, niggas was posting like hundreds of thousands of dollars on Instagram and shit, like new cars and new jewelry and shit, and it was my niggas. Like, my niggas though, like, we was having motion, but niggas was having motion when I came out. Well, when I got out the hole,
right?
When I'm looking at it on the ground during the pandemic,
And then you're all of a sudden
It
thinking
fucked
like,
me up.
I don't want to miss out on this. Like, who
No,
knows?
because I knew I was gonna be straight anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like it was fucked up because I had never seen nothing like that before.
Right.
Where everybody had money at one time was crazy to me.
I mean,
Then it was more hype because I was watching all my friends, because you know everybody, like the whole world was doing good, so everybody was spending money with rappers.
right.
So that's when all my niggas like took off. Like, not saying like niggas took off in the pandemic, but niggas blew up because everybody spent money with them.
Yeah.
Because everybody, you know what I'm saying? Think about how many features Rio did in the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I remember him saying like, I'm doing 3 mixtapes with 3 different artists this
'Cause
week.
You got to think about how many niggas couldn't afford the Rio verse and then got the money. There's people, like thousands of people probably did that
The
shit.
PPP shit changed everything, huh?
And
Damn.
not just Rio. Icewear, Vezo,
Yeah.
Babyface, Ray, motherfucking everybody. All the rappers.
Right.
Everybody fans had money.
Yeah. Fuck. So that's kind of making you want to pull your hair out while you're locked up. You're just dying to get out.
Hell no. I'm sitting back chilling, waiting on my time.
Right.
I wasn't fucked up.
I would be going crazy. I'd be like, let me the fuck out right now.
I don't never go crazy because what's for me was for me. I'm always happy for him.
You always had this sort of like real laid back demeanor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I always been like this. I ain't never the nigga in the party dancing. Like, I'm always the nigga in the back just smoking my weed, chilling,
Right.
just watching. I'm just laying low, playing slow. I look like I'm having a good time, but I'm paying attention to everything. I always been like that.
Right. Definitely. Were you sober the whole time you were locked up?
No, I smoked a lot of weed in prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that hard to get it?
No, I smoked a lot of weed in prison.
Or like it's got to be weird though. You're just smoking a lot less, right?
I smoked more weed in jail than I did damn near out here.
You got 2 blunts in front of you for this one interview.
Bro,
I mean, that's got to be that's a lot of weed for when you're locked up, right? They're breaking cigarettes in half.
All right. Now these 2 blunts is probably like what you thinking? Like probably like 3 grams or something.
Something along those lines.
So 3 grams, I'm finna roll a gram of each blunt in jail. And they not even doing that in there. But I am though, because I'm getting money. You feel what I'm saying? I'm rolling that gram, they roll papers up. Like, let me show you something. This shit right here, like
a little pinch.
this shit right here, $10 in jail.
That's
right
a
here.
zigzag.
This ain't even that. This what niggas in there smoking.
Right.
Yeah, like when they get paid, a nigga gonna come buy this for $10 when they get their check.
Right.
Versus a nigga like me, I got 3 of these. The skinny ones though. You know what I'm saying? That's like 10 of these in there.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm that type of nigga in jail.
The streaming money was coming in that consistently while you were locked up?
I had money before I went.
Right.
Then you got to think like I was still getting hell yeah, I was still getting paid when I went to jail.
Because that was one of the main things that Rio said. He's like, Peezy showed me how his fucking TuneCore check or whatever.
But I wasn't even making a lot of money like that. Like I probably showed like the TuneCore check probably was for like 12, 13,000, but I had picked up like some actual money.
Right.
Like where he seen me like hand in hand, like a nigga give me this to do a show or a feature, and it was a lot of money like I had gathered up that day. I'm like, ride with me. Let me show you something.
Right.
Look what I just got. Look what they just sent me. Now watch what I'm finna go pick up. I'm like, nigga, you could do this shit. All you gotta do is rap.
And you did this out of the goodness of your heart. You didn't have him signed or anything at that point.
No, I ain't have him sign.
Right.
Like Rio signed because he wanted to. That's what he wanted to do. And when the contract was up, we all had a meeting. I'm like, bro, you know your contract finna be up. What you want? He like, bro, don't even talk to me like that, bro. You know what the fuck going on.
That's what's up. You had already had the label for a couple years at that point when you met him, or?
Yeah, the label was already going on when I met Rio.
Okay. And you already had some guys signing everything?
It was
It was
me
just
rapping.
you. Okay.
When I met Rio. But it was just me on the label. But you know, we all was clicked up. Me, Ray Vez, we all was, because you got to think I just met Rio in like 2018.
Right.
So we was already doing our shit at that time.
You had been fucking with Vezo and Babyface Ray since like way back, or?
Yeah, hell yeah. Since like me and Ray, we all grew up together.
Really?
Yeah, me and Ray we are from the same neighborhood, 6 Mile. We all 6 Mile niggas, all of us. But Lil Perry and D Nice from East Warren.
That's got to be pretty trippy that you're all doing so good for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. when I got out the hole and seen everybody doing good, it was like, but you know, I ain't saying it like niggas finally came up, but I'm talking about like everybody popping, doing their shit on, you know, niggas booked for Rolling Loud and festivals and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, that fucked me up.
I mean, a lot of people from outside Detroit talk about all you guys like they're your favorite rappers, myself included. You know, it's like that's just clearly there's a lot of fucking energy coming from the city, from y'all in particular.
Cause we've been like blackball. I ain't gonna say blackball, but Detroit ain't getting no light for so long. Detroit, like, man, I swear to God, I ain't think we'd never get, nobody in Detroit that never had, like, get signed or never, like, be big as they is. Really? Like, even independently, I just didn't see it because we've been blackballed so long.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of generations of fire rappers from Detroit that didn't really maybe
like
make
Blade,
it as big.
Icewood, like, the Street Lords and the Cheddar Boys and all that shit, like, they wanted, this was their dream and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't get to do it, then a lot of people after them. So, like, it was like a dark cloud on the D for so long. I don't know what it was. So, like, nah, it's like up and it's like a boiling pot.
It's hard in the D.
Yeah.
Sorry, here. For sure. But, okay, so when you finally come home, what's that like?
When I came home, like, it was lit. It was lit as fuck when I came home, but it was like I was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to stay in the house because everybody had a mask on and I ain't know who motherfuckers was.
Right.
And everybody knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I had a mask on. I'm like, how the fuck everybody know who I am? But I don't know. Nobody was. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first came home, I wasn't like moving with security and shit. I'm still popping out like how I was before I left, not realizing that I'm way bigger now. So I'm popping out and shit. So I'm like, man, this shit weird. I don't even know these people.
There was a little period of time there where you would see somebody coming up to you on the street with a mask on and you'd be about ready to jump out of your fucking skin.
You can't walk up on nobody with no fucking mask on. You can't do that.
Because your whole life wearing a mask was like, oh, they're going to rob you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's just anybody.
With a mask on, like, they on some bullshit. Like, what the fuck they doing with masks? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So not everybody got them on. Nerds got them on. So when motherfuckers walking in like, you know what I'm saying, we fuck with you, whoop, whoop, or I don't know if they like trying to line a nigga up or what. So for a minute when I first came home, like, man, I'm chilling.
But as a famous person, it is kind of nice, right? Because you can kind of be a lot more anonymous once you throw that shit on.
Not me.
You don't feel?
People just know my walk or my body or something like that. Because the mask don't even, I don't even got to have like no chain on and nothing. People would know who I am.
Right.
They might like the eyes or something. I don't know.
You're a big guy, but you got like
I got a big, like you can tell my body structure. Like, you know it's me.
Yeah.
Like, so the mask don't really mean nothing.
Yeah. And some of the videos when you're dancing a little bit while you're rapping, it's just like a very, very distinct movement.
Yeah.
Trademarked.
But I do that shit like for nothing. I be in the house doing that shit.
Right.
I just be doing that shit. I be feeling good just dancing.
Do you get in the studio right away when you get home from prison, or are you just partying and having a good time for a while?
When I first came home, I did get right in the studio. Cause I had a lot of shit that I had wrote in prison, so I got that out immediately. Then I got on the bullshit.
Right. So you spit all the shit that you had already written?
Some of it, not everything, but like Free Rio, my album had a lot of written stuff that I did in jail.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I kind of feel like when I listen to that album, that it feels like there's a different level of care to each bar.
Cause I was like, what can I do different? You know, like before I went to jail, I wasn't writing at all. And everybody who I listen to, like, their music, like, it holds substance and shit.
Right.
So, like, I'm like, man, you know, it's cool to, like, have fun, but we put a little substance in this shit. So I just start taking more care with it, writing shit down and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sticking to the hook. Like, if I make a hook, I want to keep the subject, like, just, you know, just doing shit like that.
Did Rio go in before you got out, or like right after you got out?
I was happy because I got to spend like 4 months with him.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I got home.
And how was that? Just like the old days?
It was lit because he was rich, I'm rich. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Then we both love the same shit. We both shop and get high. So that's all we did. And shop, got high, and went to the studio every single day.
Right.
Every day. Shop, get high, go to the studio. Shop, get high, go to the studio, repeat.
Right. What the fuck are you guys buying when you go shopping every day? Just mad clothes?
See me, like, I'm gonna be gangster with you. I was like kind of chubby, so I was always a flat nigga, but when I came home, like a lot of the shit I wanted to wear, I couldn't really fit. So I was just like, man, all the shoes, all the coats, all the like flat shit. But he was wearing like, all off-white, like a lot of Virgil shit. He wake up every day and buy an outfit. Go get dressed in the mall every single day. Like Monday through Sunday, he wake up and go buy an outfit. So of course he got more shit than me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just go I buy 10, 12 pair of shoes at one time, grab a couple coats. You know, I'm a white tee, black tee nigga because I wear a lot of jewelry. Right. So, you know, we shop a lot. You know, that's the type of shit we buy. And, you know, he was crazy on the syrup. Heavy syrup when I came home. Right. Heavy syrup.
You were already fucking with that, or?
I've been drinking lean since like 2004.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was taking it to a different level?
I mean, I wouldn't say taking it to a different level because we always drink heavy. Right. But it was just he was able to afford it, so he never like took a break, like never. But the crazy part about it, when I came home, like it was so lean was so expensive. Yeah. But he never made me pay for it.
Really?
Yeah. That's why that's my nigga. He ain't never made me pay to pull up.
Right. Okay. But so like when I'm interviewing him, it really stood out to me. Like, damn, this is like the most loyal motherfucker ever. Like he just really felt like he got the blueprint from you, and he was just like, fuck, that's my twin. I'm riding with him forever.
That's my twin. You gotta think about it. Like when I say twin, like everything about us like damn near the same from our mothers. Both our parents was on drugs. You get what I'm saying? Both our fathers got different kids. Our upbringing is the same. You get what I'm saying? Right. Everything about us is the same. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I call him my twin. Even from the way like he moved through the rap shit. Like I got on, like I didn't get like big from like, I think I got all my money like really hand in hand and moving around, features and shit like that. Like that's how I stack a lot of my money. That's how he do. Right. Like I'm a type of nigga, like I go out of town, go make me 60, 70,000 in a day. So I don't really be tripping about doing too many shows. You know what I'm saying? Real never really did shows. Right. Cause we can go make 100,000 a week. It don't take no time to go make 100,000, 40,000 a day. On a good day, I promise you, like no exaggeration. I watched like Rio came to Cali and made $100,000 as soon as he got here, like soon as he landed. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of like the influence that you had on him, is showing him like this is how you do it.
But I wasn't making that type of money though until I came home. Like I can go make me 20, 30,000. That was good with me. I go get my $5,000 show, might make me 10, 15,000 doing some features. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I might make me a $20,000 weekend, might be 30, give or take. That's cool with me. But Rio took it to where I'm like, I'm seeing niggas make industry money. Him, and you got to think he didn't even have an Instagram in 2018. Right. To where I come home, he bigger than me.
But there's something different that he brought to the rap shit where a lot of rappers are flexing and they're saying positive things about themselves. And he was so funny that he took it to like, I'm going to say some shit that is so clearly a joke, but and I'm like making fun of myself, making fun of my own bad habits. Like he just took what you could do, nobody else do it. Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? That's why we don't give a fuck about saying our mamas was drug addicts and shit, but they not no more. Right. But we don't run from that shit. It's funny to us now. Why wouldn't it be funny and we blessed? Right. That's like saying I'm mad at my daddy still. Why? I'm a millionaire. I don't get no fuck. I'm not mad about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like, niggas don't be tripping. It's funny. Right. Real life shit is funny now when you getting money and you loving what you do. It's funny to us. Right.
You ever feel you start taking it for granted, or are you always thinking about the fact that you sort of overcame these circumstances you grew up in?
I was taking it for granted. I did. I took rap for granted for a long time. That's why I never could really get nowhere with it. Because I was bullshitting with it. I was half-assing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's taking it for granted when you doing something else, when you know what you really want to do with your life, but you half-ass and doing other shit. Right. I was taking my craft for granted. I did that shit. Yeah, that's how I went to jail.
Do you think of yourself as a rapper or a hustler first?
I'm a hustler first.
Because if it wasn't rap, it would just be other things.
Because I'm going to get some money regardless. I'll sell T-shirts if I got to whatever. That's a hustler. Like, it's the difference between a drug dealer and a hustler. I'm going to sell whatever. I used to steal clothes and sell shit. Like it was like stores that sold fake designer in Detroit. And I knew niggas like was getting money. I'd go buy fake jeans and shit for like $50, $60 and go sell them to them niggas for like $150. Like I was gonna always have some money. I bought my first car off stealing clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
You pretty thankful that you figured out a legal route though? where
Hell
you
yeah.
don't have to deal with all that fear and risk.
Yeah, but even though it was fun, it made me like the risk, the whatever, the fear, all that shit. It made a nigga.
Right.
It was fun to us.
Because, I mean, people tend to, in rap, they glamorize the fun part of selling drugs or hustling or whatever, and they don't really tend to emphasize the fact that, you know, going to sleep feeling like the feds might be busting in your door is not a great feeling.
You just gotta know what you sign up for. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grown. We all know what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So shit, if you want to live your life like that, man, just stand on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand on that shit, however you living. So we don't be tripping about if the feds gon', you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of niggas, they don't be built for it. They jump in this shit and don't even have to. Like, a lot of niggas grow up spoiled. A lot of niggas grow up and didn't have to do a lot of shit that we did, and be wanting to do street shit, then get caught up and tell. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus when you like born, you already know, like, I'm going to jail or I'm gonna die anyway.
Right.
So no, niggas don't be tripping when we like laying down at nighttime and shit like that, cause we know what's going on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is it odd for
I'm
you?
happy that I ain't gotta live like that no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Is it odd for you to see a lot of smaller rappers in Detroit kind of trying to come up off the beef shit? Because you always avoided that in the music, at least, right?
See, me, I knew I can go to. I went to jail before like beef rap was like hella popular. I went to jail in like 2016 for rap shit.
Right.
So I'm like, I ain't finna be talking about no gangster shit because they already using it against me now.
And you weren't even talking about who you had issues with or saying this guy got
like
killed.
Like the shit we had going on in the street, wasn't nobody rapping about it. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't like when we got indicted, they made it seem like the music was about other people.
Right.
Even though a nigga just going with the flow.
Imagine getting caught up.
I
and
never
you
was
have,
rapping about like talking
Yeah.
about no niggas and doing no shit
like
like
actual songs where you're like listing off.
But I understand it
people.
though.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get it though, cause like nigga, you taunting a nigga want to taunt you, like, you know what I'm saying? You spin on a nigga, you rapping about my people, nigga. Like, nigga, we gonna rap about your people, and we can make some money off it.
Right.
Like, that's why I understand it. That's why I don't be telling niggas like you stupid, cause it really ain't stupid.
Right.
It really ain't stupid. It's like risky though. You know what I'm saying? But it's not stupid though.
If you were on step one right now as a rapper, like if you were just starting out as a rapper, do you look back and think like, fuck, I might be on that right now?
No, I've never been a nigga that was gonna do that. Not me. Like, nah, niggas I'm around, like, it's some niggas I'm around that's gonna do that. But Peezy ain't the nigga who finna do it like that.
Right.
I was never gonna do it like that. But my brothers to get on that, but not P though.
Right.
He ain't gonna do it.
You see anything happening though in terms of Detroit that you're a little like worried about, like some really foul shit going on between people who got issues with each other?
I just see regular shit.
Do you see the cardboard cutouts?
Nah.
Oh man,
I just pray everybody be safe out there.
that's some shit
I'm out the street, so I don't be really like, you know. I just see it just like you do.
I just seen it on Twitter. I seen some rappers who made cardboard cutouts of some dead people that they had issues with, and I was
ain't
like,
seen it, bro.
that's another level right there.
I don't be seeing it because it's a lot. It's like I can't watch all of it.
Yeah.
It's like you seen that. It's like 10 niggas did it. So I don't know. Like, I don't really like, and then I don't want to see that type of shit.
Yeah.
Cause I know everybody, and then I'm like the big brother from the city, you know. So like everybody, I can't be the nigga who be like, man, I don't fuck with them cause you did this to them.
Right.
And I don't fuck with you cause you did this to them. Cause everybody fuck with me, so I just gotta be like, shit, I'm gonna watch it play out just like Adam is. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
What the fuck can I do?
That's good that you have that role, or that people
they
respect you enough
it.
to let you have that role. You know.
So then a nigga don't mind when it's like, oh, you did a song with him and he did a song with them. I'm gonna tell a nigga off the rip, look, bro, don't put nobody. I'm not doing this record. I don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? The nigga gonna respect that. If you want to do a song with me, that's my stipulation.
Right.
And I'm gonna fall back and let it play out and watch it like you.
Right. When you're doing your stuff for your album or whatever, is it a totally different mind state than when you're just locking in doing random songs or doing features or whatever? Like, you feel like you have to go way harder for your album? Because you have an album dropping soon, right?
Yeah, but I don't really like never lock in for no album though.
Right.
Cause I don't ever make whack songs. That's what I think. I don't think I make whack music. So like the shit I make, I just put it on shit. I don't ever have songs that just be sitting around like I ain't gonna use that. I ain't gonna use that. I'm using all this shit.
Really?
Yeah.
How many songs?
The album mode is anytime I make a song and put the shit on, like, then it's time to turn the tape in, what we got in the hard drive. That's the album mode to me. I don't never sit on, like, I ain't never done that before.
To me, Back End is like one of the best rap songs I ever heard. Just so consistently, like each bar is just some incredible shit. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, he probably made 5 songs that night, and this song probably didn't stand out as all that different than the rest of the songs.
You want me to tell you something? I knew that song was hard.
Really?
Because I listened to it after I made it like 10 times in a row. Like, I made that song probably like 4 in the morning, probably like 5 in the morning. I sat in the car listening to that bitch for about till the sun came up.
Really?
That's how I knew that bitch was hard. Yeah.
Was there anything special going on, or you just had a feeling once you heard it?
No, it wasn't nothing special going on. I think I was wrapping up the No Hook album though.
Right.
Yeah, that's what was going on. And that song was like, I'm like, this gonna seal the deal right here. This gonna seal the deal right here. Yeah.
What were you thinking when you said that you popped a Percocet and now you felt like Batman?
It's this nigga. Everybody think I'm talking about like Batman. It's this nigga from my way. Like, you know what I'm saying? His name Batman.
Right.
And he was like crazy. Well, he started out crazy on Vicodin.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when the perks came in, he was like, you know, just converted over. So when I said I popped the perk, I'm like, I feel like Batman. I'm off this perk. I feel like Batman, not Batman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why it was funny to me, though, is like the idea that like maybe that's why Batman's running around at night fighting all these criminals is because he's off a perk.
No, I'm talking about this nigga from my hood.
For sure.
Yeah.
So was there a point where you were fucked up with the drugs? You had a Xanax phase there, right?
Yeah.
When was that, and how'd you get over it?
I'm gonna be all the way gangster with you. I just was bad on Xanax when I just got out of jail.
Really?
Because Xanax is a drug I love. That's why I can't do them.
Yes.
Because I love
100%
Xanax.
same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I love Xanax. That's why I can't fuck with them like that.
It'll ruin my life.
I crashed cars off Xanax. Man, I had.
It got that bad.
Yeah. I don't even like talking about that Xanax shit. My experience with Xanax is crazy.
Right.
I just crashed. Like, I'll tell you my recent experience with the Xanax.
Okay.
I had me and my nigga Tizzle, it's like recipes Tizzle. We was riding, just got back in town. Nah, I just got back in town from coming from out here. I popped the Xanax to get on the plane to go to sleep.
Right.
Now when I landed, I'm like, man, take me to grab two Xans because I had got them 2 with my girl before the plane landed. And I know she finna talk my ear off, so I'm like, if I go home off the Xan, I'm gonna just go to sleep anyway. So I tell Tizzle, like, man, take me to get a Xan, then drop me off at the crib because I'm trying to avoid the confrontation with my girl.
Right.
But remind you, I'm still high from the other Xanax. So when I throw the football back, I black out off the bitch.
Ugh.
I'm driving though, you know what I'm saying? Smack my car, boom. I hit some old white lady, you know what I'm saying? But we made it. Everything was good. Like, it ain't like no hit and run or nothing. I took care of that, boom. Left from there. I'm like, fuck, now I need another car. So I left from the accident, went to Lou Graham's house. Lou Graham had a white Rolls Royce at this time. He had a white Benz and he had a truck. So I'm telling Tizzle, like, man, take me to pick the Rolls Royce truck up. Lou never tell me no. So I'm like, man, fuck it, take me to pick the Rolls Royce up. I crashed my Benz, take me to pick the Rolls Royce. It's 6 in the morning.
Right.
You feel me? Tizzle like, man, you ain't driving no motherfucking Rolls Royce. You feel me? So I go pick the truck up. On my way home driving the truck, I smack that bitch up. Boom.
Oof.
Smack that bitch up. Boom. I just got out of accident 30 minutes ago. Why Tizzle let me drive this man car? I don't know. I smacked that bitch up. Boom. Hit my nose on the steering wheel. Wake up.
Ugh.
Took off on the ass. You feel me? That was it. I don't do Xanax no more.
Nothing bad came from that?
Nah, hell no. I was like some regular ghetto shit.
Wow.
Some regular ghetto shit. Wasn't nothing crazy.
But that was the eye opener right there. You're like,
I can't do no more Xanax.
Yeah.
I can't do no Xanax. Once I motherfucking smacked the motherfucking car, boom, looked up, my motherfucking nose bleeding and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gone, man. I'm getting the fucking, I can't do these Xanax.
And I'm guessing you don't even remember that night that well.
Yeah,
Like, it's probably kind of a blur.
But it wasn't nothing. Like, it wasn't nothing. Nobody got hurt or nothing.
Right.
I'm the only person got hurt.
Right.
I smacked the steering wheel and then it broke my nose. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't do this no more. I can't fuck with these Xanax no more.
Yeah. It makes it really hard to stay serious
But I
about your
love
hustle.
Xanax, that's why I don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
Because I love them bitches.
But you don't strike me as like an anxious person. And that's why I think I like it, is because
I am an anxious person,
I
though.
have that anxiety and it just zaps
I'm
it out
an
of my
anxious
body.
nigga though, and I got patience, but I don't got patience. Like if I can sit back and wait, but like I'll be ready to get shit like, and it'll be like, and I'll be like, I need a Xanax sometime, but I don't take Xanax. I am in like my anxiety, like you say, is like it'd be like that sometimes.
Like if I go to the club, I'm fucking bored. Like I want to get the fuck out because I want to do something more like active. But then if I was on Xanax, I'm talking
You
to
ain't
everybody,
tripping.
having
That's
a good
how I
old
feel.
time.
Let me tell you, bro, like Xanax make me talk like, well, before I had a girl,
Oh, yeah.
Xanax made me talk to hoes like I could say the smoothest shit, like with no conscience. I could say anything to a bitch off of Xanax and don't care about how she feel about it.
Right.
The smoothest way though, it could be disrespectful. Just like the Xanax just make me just like, bitch, suck my dick right now. I'm like, boy, you crazy.
Right.
But I'm serious though off these Xanax. You feel me? Wavy like they make me feel. That's why I can't fuck with them. I want to feel like that forever.
Yeah.
And I know it's a drug.
You got to meditate and do yoga if you want to feel like that forever.
They can't make me feel like that Xanax.
I knew you were serious about your girl when I heard make my bitch pull a bitch. I ain't got to cheat.
Nah, my girl don't do that type of shit.
She didn't like that one? That was just a bar.
She know I just be going my flow sometimes.
Right.
I had a girlfriend like that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't talking about my recent girlfriend though. She don't do that type of. She ain't going.
Right.
She ain't going.
It's funny because I had to basically ask Rio the same thing about like, how does your girl feel about the bars about beating her ass and shit?
Because niggas just be, I don't know. I don't know about Rio, but I ain't saying he beat his girl.
Right, yeah. He said it's just
But like me, like my girl, she know I just be talking a lot of shit, like far as, or I could be talking like previous shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of music though, when I make female music, I try to tell her like, you just gotta let me be free with this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just let me be free with this female music. This is what I like doing.
I noticed that when you make a song about sex, that a lot of times I actually like it, which a lot of the rappers I like the most, I don't want to fucking hear them talk about fucking.
Yeah.
But you do it in such a good way.
No homo.
Papa Perk 10. You
Yeah.
did a job.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, I know how to make music. You got to think. You got to think. I study music, so all the biggest songs is girl songs.
This is true, yeah. You got to
So
figure
why
out a way
not
to do
learn
it.
how to make the hardest girl songs? This the formula. You feel me?
And I think girls secretly like that
Girls
kind
make
of funny
niggas blow
shit.
up. You got to think. Like I always say this. Like this is my like. I always use this antic. Like if you ride with a female, she bad as hell, and you ain't never fucked her, and she be like, play fucking Rio Legendary 10 times in a row. I'll give you some head in the car. What you gonna do? You gonna play that bitch 10 times in a row.
For some head
You
shit.
gonna do what the bitches like. Bitches like, you know what I'm saying? So bitches like girl songs.
Right.
So I make girl songs because the bitches like gonna make the niggas listen to it.
Right.
Bitches gonna blow you up.
You got to keep the right ratio, though. Like,
You gotta get the women. You gotta get the girls if you want to really get some money out. Because the girls blow niggas up.
but how many? If your album has 20 songs, how many songs are for the girls?
Gotta be at least 3 hard ones on there for the girls. 3 hard ones though.
Right.
It gotta be 3 hard ones on there for girls.
Right.
You gotta have balance with that shit.
What's it take to make Peezy wife a girl up? What she need?
I'm gonna be G with you. I always had good girlfriends, and I only had my whole life like 5 girlfriends, and all of my girlfriends I could say was like, except for like I ain't shade nobody, but you know what I'm saying. I had to make decent girlfriends. But what make me wife a girl?
Trust.
Definitely trust one. With my new girl, with the girl I'm with now, I knew I could trust her from the first day. Like when we was chilling, I knew I could trust her. You know what I'm saying? Because she listened more than she talked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew I could trust her. But trust is one. Like respect is another thing too. Like I like it, like how girls talk. Like if a girl disrespectful to their parents, I can't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to shit like that. Like style is another thing. You know what I'm saying? Style is another thing. Like and then education, which should be like kind of like first, but you know.
You date a white girl?
I fucked a white girl before.
Oh, I'm sure you fucked one.
Yeah.
But could you date one?
I can't date nobody with career right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture Peezy dating a white girl, and I don't know. I'm kind of having a hard time imagining it.
You can't imagine it because career is the baddest.
How many years in on that one are you? Or is that since you got out?
No, I was dealing with her before I went to jail.
She held you down?
Yeah. It was like, because how I was living before I went, I was like fucking staying at rooms, hiding jewelry and safes and shit.
Right.
So it was like when I went to jail, like it was like right on time. God sent somebody I needed. Boom. But it was before I went, so we got a chance to bond, got to know each other.
Right.
Then I went, and she like, I ain't trying to I ain't gonna overstep my boundaries or nothing, but I'll be here for you if you need me to be here for you. I'll check on your mama, whatever you need me to do. Like, I ain't asking you to be in a relationship or nothing, but I'll be here for you.
Right.
And she did that, and she just, got rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loyalty goes a long way. Ladies. Gina.
Then, like, I'm like a real popular nigga, right? So everybody knew I was messing with this girl. And a nigga can't wait to have some dirt on the nigga girl, like a pop, especially a rapper. Like, I never heard nothing to this day. Never ever. Like, you would hear something like, she used to fuck with Dog, or he was hitting her. Like, right after you start going with a girl, you start hearing shit.
Yep.
Never heard nothing, not one time.
Right.
Still to this day. And I be with snipers. I'm a sniper. She know that. I'm a
sniper.
We hear everything in the city. Like, I ain't just like back in the
right
snipers, man. Everything in the city. Like, my friends, my group of friends is like, we can sit around. Like, we name them in the city. That's how we snipers. And I never heard her name came up in these conversations. Like,
right.
Just the same way females sit around and talk about niggas. You know how we do. Like, man, you scrolling on the ground, yeah, man, I'll take care of that.
Right.
Man, you did like regular nigga shit.
You ever have that problem in the past?
Snipers, though.
You had a girlfriend, and then at some point you just realized she fucked somebody that. And it just. Oh.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But then he'd be like, I'm too late. I'm in.
All right, but this is the question. Would you rather it be fucking Future or some loser ass rapper that you have no respect for?
Wait, are you asking me? Would I rather?
This is all hypothetical.
Like
a fly ass rapper that you respect the shit out of.
Girl?
Like, a couple years she's whatever. A couple years before you got with her, or a loser ass rapper that you got no respect for.
I would rather it be a nigga like. See, I'm a judge a bitch off who she fucked before me, who her last nigga was. So if your last nigga was turned, then you know something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you see the girls in the game who are smart.
If your last nigga was turned, then you know something. But a lot of these bitches just got saved. Lames is just not getting money and saving these bitches that been losers back in the day. So I got to judge a bitch off who she been with before me.
Right.
If I know you and I know your nigga is a fucking cornball and he saved you, I can't fuck with you.
Right.
You feel me?
Your market value is being set very low there.
You got lucky. You feel what I'm saying? She was polished.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Are you ever like just driving in the car listening to a song you made and then she just hears one bar that she don't like and she's just
she don't like the girl songs that I be making when it's like
because you're talking about all this shit that's just imaginary scenarios or whatever.
She don't like listening to it when I'm with her.
Yeah.
And she be like, I like that song. Send it to me.
What's that song where you talk about this bitch a mental patient? Like is that a real story? Like you saw her in the club and you had to hide?
No, that wasn't a real story, but shit like that happened though.
That shit was hilarious.
I just seen girls out and had to. You know what I'm saying?
That song is like a scene in a movie where it's like you're painting the picture so well that I can imagine you like ducking behind a planter and shit, trying to have her not see
like
you.
Paint like a picture, or like create like this. The point of the song was like if you could see the video, listening to it.
And a lot of rappers don't even get close to painting a picture like that.
Yeah,
you know.
So basically, like the song was like anybody could direct the video in their head.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, so it's like a movie.
For sure. What was your relationship with Draco? How'd you first get in communication with him?
I think it was his first No Jumper interview. It was like I seen them niggas and they had like a lot of syrup on the table.
Yep.
And you was asking them like who they fuck with, and they was like they listen to Peezy and them.
Oh fuck!
And then I had reached out to him. You know what I'm saying? Because really, my nigga KO, his name KO Go Loud. He shoot a lot of our videos. He shoot my nigga foreign videos too. He was listening to him first before anybody was in the city. You know what I'm saying? The flu flam and shit. So when we used to get with KO, used to hear. Then I seen the interview. Then I seen he said he fucked with me. And I'm like, this the nigga KO was listening to. So I popped at him in a DM.
Right.
He was in jail and I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? So whoever it was that was running his page sent me a song to get on. I don't think I ended up doing a song or whatnot.
But I thought you were on that tape that came out while he was locked up, weren't you?
Was I? Did I
think
do the
so.
verse?
I
think I did, or I might have didn't. I don't know.
I think because I almost feel like that's when I first heard you was on that fucking tape. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe I did though. I don't remember though. I don't know if I did, but that's how we built our relationship.
Right.
Then when he got out, I was in jail. But I had the phone, so I see him like, damn, my boy just popped out, so I shot him some love. But I ain't know him and Rio like already had like kind of like fucked with each other or some shit like that. I ain't know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of Rio. Rio, I think I heard first on that tape that he did while he was locked up. Okay,
it had to be Rio.
Yeah. You're right.
It had to be Rio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came home and came out here, it was like got with bro instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you get along? Because you
Me
guys,
and Draco?
lyrically, you strike me as like totally different stylistically, but the things that make you great as a rapper are very much the same things that made him great. Just like a style of just saying the funniest, most off the wall, thought provoking shit.
Yeah. Well, if you asking us how the chemistry was in the studio,
Yeah.
he already had the song done, and we was both getting high.
Right.
We both doing whippers and shit and vapes and shit. So
Right.
like, bro, jump on this. Like, fuck it, I'm like, jump on it. But I'm have my voice sound like he is. That's why the song sound like you. If you hear my voice on the song, it don't sound like I got a clear voice and shit. It sound like I'm high as hell on that bitch. That's because that was the vibe.
The whippets make your voice sound weird after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a casual whippet
This was
user?
when I first came home, though.
You fuck with them just a little bit, or you go
I was
crazy
doing the
with
whippets
it?
before I went to prison.
Really?
Yeah, like it's crazy because like 2019, I think I was probably like one of the only rappers, like, or one of the only niggas, period, in the city fucking with them, with the whippets. Because I had got on fucking with some Chaldeans and shit. And I pulled up to get a hookah from the store, and I seen him doing that bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
And he like, tried. But I remember I used to do them helium things, and they used to make your voice change.
Yeah, when
And
you're
he
a
was
little
like,
kid.
it's helium, so I'm thinking it's that.
Yeah.
So when I did that bitch, and I went out and came back in, I was like, oh my God.
You fucked with it right away?
Oh my God. I'm like, bro, give me 5 boxes of them bitches and give me a tank right now.
Really?
Right now, 2019, I did them bitches every day. I crashed my Escalade, fucking with the whippets.
Because you were just getting too fucked up off them?
Because I wouldn't stop. Like when you drive, you're not supposed to drive doing this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm driving with the knee on the wheel,
Oh
whippet.
my God.
That bitch don't come down. I ain't feel it. I do another one. After about 10 of them bitches, I went completely out. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man.
I woke up on a curb Escalade, fucked up.
A lot of cars got destroyed in this interview.
Like, I fucked like my history of wrecking cars. I fucked up. I fucked Tizzle BMW up. Tizzle
Right.
had a 745 BMW. I fucked that bitch up. I fucked a yellow. One of my mans had a yellow round Chevy, 96 round Chevy on 26 spinners with 26 Dove spinners. I smacked that bitch on the freeway.
God damn.
I smacked my man Ghost White Magnum. I smacked my Benz, and I smacked Lou car off the Xanax.
I mean, I'm saying that you remind me of Draco, and he was the foreign whip crasher. So there's another thing you guys
I
have in common.
smacked a lot of cars, but I can drive though.
Right.
I can drive though. I just was getting high, fucking cars up.
Right. But it's just weed and lean now, or
I don't do no drugs now.
really?
Yeah.
Not even lean?
Hell no, I ain't did no lean in a year.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that going?
That's the lean is I don't want to do lean.
Right.
See my skin?
You feel healthy?
Hell yeah. You know how I feel to like I don't gotta go out of town to spend my money with niggas that I don't know. Because when you go out of town, you gotta find a drink.
No.
Who got the drink? Who got the drink? You pulling up on niggas you ain't got no business pulling up on.
You never filled up the fucking 5-hour energy bottles and put it in your suitcase?
Yeah, but when that's gone, then what? You gotta find a drink.
Right. I mean, what are the best things about life now that you're off the lane?
Watching my body change.
Because you just get so fucking bloated. And
I don't even like looking at old videos and pictures. I hate seeing that shit.
Right.
How the fuck was my face this big and I ain't know it? I ain't noticed. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now that I look back and I can fit a 38 and 36 and some shit and like, you know what I'm saying, extra large shirts and shit, I don't never want to do lean again. I get fresh every day.
Right.
That's the number one main motivation is just being able to stay fly. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like you gotta look at your elders. You gotta look at all the flyest, coolest rappers that you look up to, that I look up to. A large percentage of them did a fuckload of lean for a while,
Facts.
and then at some point just had to say, "I cannot keep doing this. This is gonna kill me." You know, that happens to everybody sooner or later.
I was lucky enough to quit and didn't get diabetes. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't know when you doing all that sugar for all them years, you gonna get diabetes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was lucky enough to get off that shit, and I ain't had to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? My big brother got that shit, and he don't do lean.
Right.
He the type of nigga want to drink a whole pint in a 2-liter pop. That's how him and Rio is. Rio and Lou Graham, they want to flush drink like that. That's how they flush. I'm with some niggas that like to just drink lean. I be trying to tell them, niggas like, y'all niggas better chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
The real challenge, if you want to fuck with it, is to be able to do a little bit.
You gotta know how to drink lean, though.
Right.
It's the way you drink it.
Really.
I learned that from being around niggas in the South.
Taking your time with it.
I watch niggas in it. Like, I know a nigga from Dallas. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. He got like boxes of water stacked up to the ceiling.
You gotta drink water.
You gotta drink water. It's a certain amount of water you gotta drink. You gotta sweat a certain amount. It's just, you gotta go to the dentist. It's like shit. You can't just drink lean every day. You gotta. It's like a car. You gotta take care of the car. You can't just drive the bitch every day and don't take it to get a checkup and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
The weird thing too is that motherfuckers compete. It's like, oh, I pour this amount and you pour this.
This
It's
what motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah.
Every 2 ounces of cough syrup, you supposed to flush with 16 ounces of water. You supposed to flush it. But if you drinking a motherfucking pint or 12 or 8, whatever you drinking, then you ain't, you might take your time, then you might pull up again, whatever the case may be. You ain't even thinking about no water. By the time you even thinking to drink water, you just hit to sleep already. And you wake up, it's time to do it again.
Right.
You might drink some little water, but you ain't drunk what you was supposed to drink to even flush the 2 ounces out you supposed to drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now by the time the popping the sugar all in you, the water ain't even. It's like it's fucked up.
It's all bad.
Yeah. I was on it. I ain't saying it like trying to be like like no preacher or nothing, because I love lean. That's why I can't do lean. I love it.
Right.
That's my favorite drug. I love lean to death. I want to be lean. I can't fuck with it no more. Swear to God.
Damn. Nah, that's real though, man. You know that's what's keeping a lot of people connected to it, is like somebody like Sauce Walker quit for a little while and now he's fucking with it again. And it's
But
like
he quit because they ain't had a lean he liked.
yeah, that's what he said. I saw that, yeah.
I quit because I can't fuck with it no more. I loved the lean that he didn't like, Quagan. That was my shit. I fucked Quagan.
Could you drink whatever though when it came down to it?
No, I'm spoiled, bro. I don't drink whatever. I ain't never drank green.
I was just about to ask. Never.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I see people with it though.
What the fuck is that?
It's kind of weird.
Drink no motherfucking green. I'm gonna walk red.
Yeah.
I ain't even like red though when Wok was out.
Right.
I never liked red like that. It don't taste good as Wok to me because I like the sweet drink. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I always was a Walker nigga.
You were pouring up Act back in the day?
What? I am Act. What are you talking about? No, for real though, bro.
Yeah, you had it back in the day. Was it that good?
Bro, my first album called Mud Music. My whole career is based on lean. That's how I got to where I never built my relationships with rappers and shit like big rappers and shit like on music. That's why I don't got songs with niggas. It was always like, who got the drink? Peezy and them got it.
Right.
Niggas gotta tap in with me. I'm having a drink.
Right.
This is when I was big when Act was out.
Yeah.
Then the red, then the Wok, it never changed. Like I built me based on syrup.
Lean has taken a lot of people a lot of places.
Like if you go look at my old album covers, all that shit got purple activists and like bass shit on it. Like
right.
Team Eastside albums got activists and shit on it, bro.
Was that like your thing?
This was my thing. You got to think I've been drinking lean since 2003. I'm older than most of the bros.
But was that your primary source of income
Nah.
for a good chunk of your life, or no?
It was motherfucking. It was a good chunk.
Right.
It was a good chunk, but it wasn't the best chunk. It was a good chunk though, motherfucker.
That's amazing. Why'd you go with the name?
But it was the good thing about it was the relationships I built fucking with it though.
Right.
You feel me?
I mean, Desto Dub's interview is a hardcore story about how you could take being a drug dealer and turn it into a real career.
No cap. How you
Crazy.
think you heard of my brother Lou Graham?
Yeah.
Stone cold like used junkie. It was a business like running this shit like built based on he don't even get high no more.
Right.
But his whole brand is based on previously like being a junkie. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas go around the world making hundreds of $1,000s, built their brand on that. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to say. Like lean is how I built who I am.
You had to stop, but can you spit a bar where you talk about sipping lean like as if you were just doing it and feel like you're
I
being
still rap
genuine?
like I'm sipping drink.
Right.
Because
But
I just stopped sipping.
but does that feel like you're kind of bullshit?
No, I don't feel like that. Cause niggas know I'm a lean man. I'm like I say, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. When I was in prison, I told my girl, I'm like, I made a promise. I'm like, I ain't fucking with that shit when I get home. I ain't fucking with that shit when I get home. Ooh, right, boom. Closer to when it was like time for me to get out, I'm like, I want to drink lean so bad. I want to just drink lean so bad, you know. I'm just telling my girl, I'm being honest. I'm like, I want to get high. So when I came home, I knew I was gonna get high because I already wanted to. It ain't nothing like I told myself I was getting high. When I came home, I got high. Then I got off it. Like I promised to God I was getting off this shit.
Right.
But when I was on it, I didn't feel like I was receiving the blessings that I was supposed to be receiving. I'm like, man, I could be bigger. I'm supposed to be bigger. I'm supposed to be better.
Right.
What the fuck am I doing wrong? Like I'm bigger than all these niggas. Why I ain't doing with it, like certain shit?
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with music. It's me. I lied. You feel me? I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, so I had to get off that shit. Get
Right.
focused. So now you see me doing everything everybody else doing now. It's because God giving me my blessings that I'm supposed to be receiving. I'm sticking to my word now, if that makes sense to you.
Do you feel like you should be bigger? You feel like this album's going to be the thing that's going to push it over the top?
I feel like God timing is the best timing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be. I'm alive. I'm free. I ain't stressing. I ain't hurting for nothing. My family all right. So, you know, I'm here with Adam. I ain't no lame ass nigga. I can get millions of views on shit.
Right. But like there's still kind of like a level that a lot of the Detroit artists are clear. Like I just see you guys all going for it because you're seeing how possible it is right now because so many people are just blowing the fuck up. It's
With
like
me, not to cut you off.
No.
I apologize about that. But me, I understand that this shit is a young man game right now. You feel me? So I'm not fucked up about being no superstar or no shit like that. I'm more focused on my business, my brand. Cause I'm gonna make money sleep. I don't gotta rap.
right.
You get what I'm saying? I got shit going on. I look at my app on my phone. I just make money sitting here. That's what it's all about. I ain't tripping about having no big singles going platinum or nothing like that. I'm gonna sit back and get money anyway. That's my thing. You have somebody bring me a piece of tissue.
Yeah.
So I ain't really, cause I know this is a young man game. They blowing up and to be a star right now. They ain't looking for no nigga that's 35, 30. You know what I'm saying? To be no motherfucking big star.
Right.
They looking for some niggas 21 that got a 10-year advantage in this shit. 18, 19, they got a 10-year run in them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's what's crazy.
I understand that.
Realizing that a lot of somebody like Babyface Ray, who to me feels like a fucking artist who's just now
Face
blowing
younger
up.
than me. Face younger than me though.
He's been grinding for a long ass time.
Face still got a 10-year run in him.
Yeah.
Face young. Face younger than me. I'm finna be 34 this year. Excuse me. I'm finna be 34 this year. I think Face just not turning 30.
Right.
Probably like 31 or some shit like that. I don't know.
But a lot of times it takes some time to get actually good at rapping. It's one thing to blow up off just being this young, cool, crazy kid. It's another thing to be so good at rapping that, you know, that craft takes a while to build a lot of time.
You want to know another reason I ain't tripping? Because my hands in it. I'm Peezy, my hands in this shit. I'm going to direct videos. I direct the Cash App. Louis Ray, like the song that's going viral on TikTok right now. I directed the video.
Right.
My hands and everything. Like I got Rio signed to me. Like that's my brother and my artist. Like I got the biggest independent artist in the world. You feel me? Like even if I ain't rapping, Rio just gonna do what he gonna do regardless.
Right.
My hands and everything. You feel what I'm saying? My niggas gonna rep me without repping me because like this what I built.
Right.
So I don't be tripping about being no like big ass. Cause you gotta see me.
When you think about where you're going to be at in 10 years or 5 years or whatever, do you picture yourself with a whole big ass crew of artists and really being that CEO role as well? You think you're built for that?
Because that's what is like. That's what's going on right now. If you see what's going on, I don't drop albums and mixtapes and shit like a lot of people do. My shit be coming out like a year at a time. Cause I be really having to go through real life shit to make music. But in that time, I be more focused on other shit. Mm-hmm. Like building businesses and doing other shit.
Right.
That's what I'm doing right now. So I already was pushing towards that. That's the whole reason for me finding Rio. And niggas like Mike and Reese Young and shit like that. That was the whole reason for that. Was on that. Because I been knew that I ain't want to be 35, 36 still rapping.
Right.
This was already the plan for me to be a CEO.
Definitely. Why did you decide on Ghetto Boys?
Because why not?
Were you a fan of the group?
Bro, why not, bro? I'm from the ghetto.
Right.
I'm from the ghetto. I am the ghetto.
Did you ever listen to the old school group?
Yeah, I listened to Scarface. Okay. Then Ghetto Boys, Damn It Feel Good to Be a Gang. Hell yeah, I listen to all that shit. But that ain't what, it wasn't that.
Okay.
I'm a ghetto boy for real. You got to think, bro. I grew up in the ghetto. If your whole family on drugs, doing reckless shit, and you seeing all this shit as a kid, like you grew up in the ghetto, you from the ghetto. Like, there's no such thing as a fake ghetto boy, like what I be trying to tell niggas. Like, that's why we gonna always be the biggest. Cause we something everybody a part of.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as a ghetto boy. Ain't no such thing as a fake ghetto boy if you grew up fucked up like me.
Yeah.
I can't say you fake. How you faking? You repping this shit like me. You repping the same shit. You come from where I come from.
Right.
That's why we gonna always be bigger than everybody, cause we something that everybody a part of already.
Right.
You feel me? And when this interview come out, everybody gonna know they're a ghetto boy. Facts.
But okay, if somebody calls you ghetto, is that offensive?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
I was with a homie who was supposed to be DJing at this club in Hollywood, and he rolled up with like me and like 20 other people, and they weren't trying to let us in. And the fucking club manager or whatever is like, "You come in here on this ghetto shit," and it was like they called him the N-word. Like it felt very like targeted and racist. And I was like, damn, that word got a lot of power these days.
You can't go. How you gonna offend a ghetto boy by calling him ghetto?
Right.
Don't even make sense.
The dude actually was not ghetto, which is probably why
I'm
he was
ghetto,
offended.
bro. You call me ghetto, it's like, duh. I'm supposed to be ghetto.
Right.
The fuck? I don't want to be nothing else. I know how to be corporate when it's time to be. Mm-hmm. That's all that matter. I know I got some sense.
I feel it. Been balling and I'm still balling. I don't never gotta post a throwback. It's just like such a good bar because you know that describes so many people that you know in your life that their Instagram is like a highlight reel of their whole life. Yeah. And then some people, their Instagram is just what they did today because their life keeps getting better.
So just letting niggas know, like, I don't gotta post no throwbacks, bro. I'm doing this shit right now.
Right.
You know? I might not be doing it big as everybody else doing it. I'm doing it my way though.
Right.
I don't gotta post a throwback.
And if you did post a throwback, it would be like, look at the shit I used to be on. Isn't it crazy where I'm at now when I used to be here?
If I post a throwback now, it's gonna be like, damn, he was getting money a long time.
That too.
So when all my throwbacks, I was getting money back in the day.
Right.
I had Rollies cars and shit and big houses and shit a long time ago. You damn near can't find no pictures of me not balling. So if I post a throwback picture right now, it's gonna be like, it ain't no point.
What was the crib on Metropolitan like?
The big ass condo.
Okay.
Big ass condo. If you from my way, Metropolitan is like.
Oh, okay. So that's a flex.
Yeah, that's a flex.
I was kind of thinking it would be like a bummy ass house you had back in the day.
No, that's a flex. I had the crib on Metropolitan 5 years ago. Like when I made that song, what year was that? Probably like 2000 what? Whatever.
19 maybe? 18? Or you went in 18?
That shit was like 2018. So I had that bitch in 2015. Niggas ain't had no fucking crib on Metropolitan at that time.
Right.
And I had a 550 at that time. With the crib on Metropolitan. That's a flex.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How's an artist who wants to fuck with you, who sees you and thinks, this is the fucking guy that I want in charge of my career. I want Peezy to be my Birdman. How does that artist get your attention in a way that would actually make you want to fuck with him?
Niggas say that to me every day, and that's what made me not want to fuck with you. Why would you want me to be in the head of your career? You want, like, why you want me to be the head of your career? What the fuck? Like,
That's like, I would never want to be a part of any club that would have me. That's this old joke, right?
Because, like, my shit be more based on love and genuine love. Like, this shit don't be on no rapper shit with me. Like, you got Ghetto Boys and you got Boys ENT. What you want to be? ENT, or do you want to be a ghetto boy? Like, you gonna get treated like ENT. You ain't gonna come to my house. You feel me? I'll see you at the studio. Like, it's business. Like, my shit be more based on ghetto boy love and genuine love. That's why when you see niggas with me, it's love.
Like, all the people you signed or that you fuck with like
I
that.
don't sign a lot of niggas.
But they're just your friends, right? Like,
love.
Could you see yourself signing an artist who you think they have a shitload of talent, but that's not necessarily your
I don't do that no more. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
It be hit and miss with these niggas, because I'm dealing with niggas in the street. You feel what I'm saying? I'm dealing with niggas in the street, and I'm very hands on. Like, that mean like I gotta go there. I gotta be around this shit. You feel what I'm saying? That shit be hit and miss, bro. Cause like I say, I'm coming with genuine love, bro. Arms open. So if a nigga snake me, I don't want to deal with niggas like that no more. Then especially if it happened twice. You feel me? You ain't gonna run into niggas like Rio like that all the time. That just like own what you own. That really love you. Like, man, I'm rocking with you, bro. We're gonna get up out of our bed for each other and shit like that. You got some niggas that just want to be a part of this shit because they think that you can blow. Niggas be like, man, can you do with me what you did for Rio? I didn't do nothing for Rio. Rio did this shit for Rio. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I don't got artists signed to me. Because I gotta love niggas. I'm not letting niggas around me on no ENT shit right now. It's too risky.
I feel it. Do you look down on people who scam, or is it just not for you?
No, I don't look down on scammers at all. I fuck with scammers.
Okay.
I just don't scam. And the reason I talk about shit, a lot of shit about scammers, because they ain't never taught me how to do it. They won't sell me shit like half off and shit like that. So fuck them niggas. Like, you know.
You never DM TJX6?
He DM me. I think he really just tried to scam me. Like,
Probably
recently.
would have if you were open. Yeah.
Bro, I think he just tried to scam me, bro. But I don't want to say what happened because I don't know if this was real life or not. So I ain't gonna say what happened. But I think he tried to scam me though.
Wow.
I can't even say what happened.
I mean, he's pretty out there with it. Like, he's still posting shit like who got cash apps and shit. And it's like, damn, you signed to Atlantic and you doing
So
that?
I can say what happened? So
yeah, fuck it.
No, I ain't gonna
He'll be proud of it.
I ain't gonna do it.
This is going on his Instagram.
I ain't doing it. I'm straight. I ain't gonna do it like that. I ain't gonna do it.
Has anyone ever successfully scammed you?
Nah. Yeah, yes they did.
Oh.
When I was in jail, like shopping online and shit,
Okay.
I used to be looking at niggas' pages and shit, like click the link in the bio. I bought like a jacket and shit. And
Just
it
didn't
ain't
come.
come. I'm like, this bitch ass nigga scammed me. It's cool.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Gotta take it on the chin.
Yeah.
The utmost respect for the crackheads.
Gotta have it.
Right.
Gotta have it.
You just want them to get themselves out of that position, but you respect the fact that they're in it.
I can't talk no junkie out of that. You feel me? Cause when I'm getting high, you can't talk me out of it.
Right.
I gotta love you for you. I don't give a fuck what you do if you a good person. I'm gonna respect the motherfucking janitor the same way I respect the CEO.
Right.
So I got the crackheads is the reason for you feel me? We hustlers like this how we make. I ain't never beat a junkie up.
Right.
I don't disrespect fiends like you feel me.
What if they rob you? What if they take some money from you?
They don't. How?
It don't happen.
Aw, man.
Money first, and then you handle
Not even
product.
that, bro. Not even that. It's just, man. I got the utmost respect for crackheads, bro. They help with the reason a lot of niggas is who they is.
Right.
They help you get richer than the niggas who supplying.
You ever have somebody in your life that was close to you that you had to help them get off drugs?
No, but I got people that's very close to me that's on drugs.
Right.
Crack cocaine and heroin that I love to death. That's my family that I talk to all the time that I pull through. Where you at, bitch? I'm finna come drop a crate off. Or come do this for me, bitch. Come pick the, you feel me? This is my family.
Right.
The same motherfuckers I was just previously living with in the houses, they ain't got their life all the way together yet. A lot of people still fucked up.
Right.
I can't save everybody, and I can't not act like they not my family.
Right. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
too,
all in.
I feel like though when
I'm
people
all
are,
in.
when,
That's ghetto boy shit, Adam.
when people are really fucked up on drugs though, it can be kind of hard to love them, you know?
It's not hard to love him, bro. My mama been a drug addict my whole life. How can't I love my mama? It's just hard to love him in person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my mama high. It'll make me not love her no less.
Right.
And let's be clear, my mama been clean for 6 years.
Oh, that's nice.
But nah, nigga, hell nah. I still gotta love my people. Like I say, my mama was made me not love her.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta love your people, Adam.
I got some people in my life though that are addicts that, you know, realistically I might not have talked to them in 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And it's because when they were in my life, it was just a constant source of fucking misery and bullshit.
Now let me ask you this: you got motherfuckers in your life that's your family that you ain't talked to in 6-7 years, but you got a friend that you forgive for some lesser shit.
When I think about the people in my life right now, it ain't like I got to deal with anybody's fucking real junky behavior.
No, that ain't the point. That ain't the point I'm making. What I'm saying is, life is short, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why forgive a friend for something less? Why not forgive a family member for some bullshit, but forgive somebody in the street for something less?
You can forgive, but not want them
You ain't gotta
around.
forget,
Right.
but you ain't gotta carry it like it's in your life that you don't never want to talk to your family ever. Then they die and you like, damn, I didn't get a chance to tell cuz I love them. Fuck all that.
Right.
Bitch, I love you, bitch. I ain't gotta hang with you every day, but bitch, I love you.
But loving somebody as much as you're saying, like loving them through everything,
Gotta love my people through it. How you can you not?
only a select
I don't
people
know
get
how to
put in
not-
that category.
I don't know how to not, and that's why I'm telling you, like, that's why I don't got niggas around like that, cause I don't know how to not love a nigga all the way, like love somebody all the way.
Right.
I don't know how to just love somebody halfway. Like I love you, bro, but I don't know how to not. I don't know how to not be there for somebody if I love them. There's only one way. You feel me? There's only one way to me. That's why I don't got a lot of artists and shit like that. It be motive. Like niggas they want to do something like this shit tricky, bro. I move off love. Yeah.
Do you feel like you haven't learned to play the sort of like fake music industry game that a lot of people play, or is it just impossible?
I don't gotta play the fake music game because I'm independent. I could do it my way. I do it my way.
Right.
So I don't have to be around like rappers and shit like that. But I fuck with rappers and shit like that. But I don't have to be in the circles and shit like that people be in because I do shit my way. It worked for me. Like when everybody go right, I go left.
Right.
Like if niggas wearing green, I want to wear yellow. If everybody hanging out at the club with the rappers, I'm going over here I want to be where the junkies at then. If everybody hanging with the rappers,
Right.
take me where the junkies at. You feel what I'm saying? That's just when they go right, I gotta go left.
Definitely. What do you think when people say that the Detroit sound is burnt out and that shit is kind of on the way out? Like, how do you feel
everybody
about
trying
that?
to sound like us. How is Detroit sound burnt out? When everybody rapping on Detroit sounds stuff. We just getting started.
But do you think that there's certain people who are rising above that? Because, you know, when a style is like kind of simple early on and it's easy for people to copy, then
You
all of
wanna
a
know-
sudden you have people like you,
tell you
Babyface
what's
Ray,
irritating.
V's, etc., who rise above this sort of like standard version
We don't even want
style.
the sound. We rapped on the sound so long without being heard on it that we don't even want to rap on that shit no more anyway. People just not getting hip to the sound that we damn near tired of.
Right.
That's why we ain't tripping. But it's our wave though. I ain't gonna say our wave, it's our culture. It's our sound.
Right.
It's our sound. We ain't gonna act like it ain't. We ain't tripping. But it's our sound.
But how often do you hear like a rapper who's not from your area rapping on that type of beat and you just roll your eyes like, what the fuck?
I don't care about that shit. I rapped on all type of beats. Atlanta shit, Memphis shit. I done rapped on everybody type beats. They probably feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be tripping. I'll never be tripping.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Great interview.
Oh, we done?
What else we got to talk about?
It's like, no, I'm just playing. Bro, I appreciate you though, bro.
No, for real, yeah. This was. I was looking forward to it, and it was just as epic as I thought it was gonna be. So
no, that's all I love, bro.
For sure.
Appreciate you, man.
Legendary. When this album coming out?
I don't know. It's almost done though.
Right.
It's getting mixed and shit right now.
You got any features on there we need to know about?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna spill the beans because like I'm wearing this bracelet. You see this?
Yeah. What's that?
It's this beaded bracelet. Like somebody gave me a prophet. Like I was leaving the mall, and he stopped me. Like I don't know why. He just stopped me. He just told me some real gangster shit.
You been rocking it ever since?
I ain't see him coming or nothing. It was just like he just popped up. God just put him there. He like, let me tell you something. And he let the window down. He wrote something, put it in my hand, and we kicked it. And he put this on me, and he said, "Keep this on for protection." You know what I mean? I don't remember why I told you that. What the fuck I told you that for? But I'm wearing this bracelet for protection. I'm a ghetto boy. You feel me? Oh, the album. Ain't no features. That's what I told you that for. Cause this man, he told me, don't ever tell my move. He say, keep everything to yourself, stay protected, and keep everything to yourself. And he put this bead on my wrist, and he said, keep this on, and keep everything to yourself. And that's why I can't tell you what features on my album. That was the reason for me telling you that.
Stay protected or stay dangerous?
Stay protected by God, bro. That's what he was telling me. Stay prayed up, stay protected.
I like it.
You know what I mean? Keep everything to yourself. Keep your move silent. That's what he said. Keep your move silent. Keep your move silent. So I got features on my tape, but I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say nothing. I just want shit to come out right.
Everybody go turn this man's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, etc. up. Follow on Instagram.
Man. I ain't trying to hurt nothing, man. I'm just trying to get a little money, take care of the kids, man. Turn the nigga up, man. Free my nigga Rio, Adam. I appreciate you, bro.
Free Rio.
Yeah.
On God.
Fact.
They're going to be listening to this one in the halls of the jail, in the prison, or whatever. Appreciate you, man. Peezy, No Jumper, another classic. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, all that shit. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to No Jumper Clips and NoJumper.com if you want to support